Siri, you want to be the YouTuber today? She wants to be the YouTuber today. Hopefully my camera will make it through an entire video. Okay, so today we are going to be doing a little bit of a comparison video of two figures I have because they are of the same character and they both are the same type of figure. They're both bunny figures and they're both Supersonico. And I'm looking at them and like I love them both. They're so cute. But I do have a favorite and it is the new one. Basically, when I first got my first bunny figure, it was the black version of Supersonico just because I didn't think I would be able to get the blue version of her suit since that came out in 2006 and I didn't think they'd really bring it back, you know? And then on the month of my birthday, they're like, we're dropping it again on Crunchyroll, and for only $22. But I was broke, so I was like, Mother, for my birthday, will you please gift me this? And she was like, fine. So she did in fact give me it. So I'm just going to, first I'm going to show the one I already had, which is this beautiful one. I love her so much, you know. Gotta love the unrealistic proportions, but that's just with most anime figures. And I will be honest, I do semi-like the way these tights were sewn on better than on the other one. Just a little bit, you know. This one's secondhand and the other one is new too, so I just want to say that. But overall, the general sculpting on this is really cool. And my only qualms, I guess, with it is that I wish she was a little bigger, like in the waist wise and also the hip wise, you know, just because I feel like in the anime she does seem a little bigger, so that's just what I will say with this one. But I do absolutely adore this one. She is to die for. She is absolutely stunning, and I do love her little arm sleeves, I guess. I feel like those were sculpted really nice along with her bodysuit, but I feel like a lot of the sculpting on the bodysuit is lost because it is black. But to each their own. If you like this one, I do too, you know. I will say I do like the fact that she's holding her bunny ear in this. I feel like it kind of speaks more to her personality because she's kind of shy, kind of cute. Well, not kind of cute, she is cute. Now, for the new one, and first off the bat, I'm just gonna say she is a lot heavier. She feels a lot sturdier, and I'm gonna say she feels like she's more expensive, even though technically I did spend more on the secondhand one, which I'm like, it was only $3 more plus shipping, but I'm like, whatever, you know. And technically this one was free because my mother gave it to me, but you know. This one is absolutely to die for. I love her so much. I love the fake fur trim on the top. I love the little garter belt. I love her stance as well on her because it just shows off her figure a lot more. And again, she is a lot wider here as well, and I feel like her calves and ankles are also wider than on the other one. And an obvious trait that will probably make this video fade into the back of the YouTube channels, you know, is also a little bigger. I will say, like, they come out farther, but you know, got a little bit of dirt ribbon. My cat's been rubbing on this, I can tell. But yeah, and for hair sculpt, I do like this one a lot better as well, just because the slight gradients of blue from the underside is so subtle. And it's honestly beautiful because you can see it peeking out from here as well. And I feel like that blue ties really well in with the blue of her suit. And it complements really well. And while I do like the traditional pink hair that she does have with the slight blue gradient, because that's more accurate to the anime, I believe. I haven't watched it since I was in 9th grade. I am now 21, so like, it's been a hot minute. But I do think that one is just ever so slightly more in the same color family than this one, because her hair here is almost purplish. So yeah, it's a little more on the pinky purple side than that one that's more pink, but this one is in the right tone variation, you know, so it has the right amount of white in it. So they're both cute. I just think about color too much, so if you're just not like me and you're like, oh, pretty colors, I don't blame you if you don't notice everything like that. And now onto the sculpting. When I'm telling you, you can see like the curve of her body, you know? Most of the time with people who have uteruses, you know, they have a little bump there. On the first figure, you don't see that, but on this one, you actually do. And I was like, huh, that's semi-anatomically correct, you know? Right here, she has no ribs, but she does have that little, that little tiny pouch, and that is something that I do quite appreciate, because a lot of the times people get unrealistic body standards and they're like, why do I always feel bloated? And I'm like, I'm sorry, you got organs in there, it's not going to be flat. All those people that are sucking in their stomach being like, oh yeah, my stomach's flat. No, it's fucking not. Stop lying. But yeah, I do appreciate that slight detail that is not on this one, because right here she is completely flat compared to this one right here. So I do appreciate that. And now when it comes to the actual molding of the suit, there are more wrinkles in it, and also like the seam lines actually seem like they would actually be seam lines. Now, when I do say the cup looks absolutely ridiculous from underneath, I am telling you the truth, because like this is not holding up anything. She would be spilling out. There is it looks absolutely ridiculous like this, but who's gonna be viewing it like this? They're gonna be viewing it like this. And if you are picking up my figure and like viewing it like this, what the fuck's wrong with you, you know? The only reason why I did that originally was because I was trying to put her shoe onto the base, and I was like, what the fuck? And I laughed at that. Now, when it comes to the fishnets, while I do like the look at the fishnets from the front a lot better than I like the tights, the back stitching right here is very messy. There's literally little tiny hairs or little tiny strings from it that are out, and it's not as tight as the other tights are. So that would be my only qualm with having the fishnets, and this is only my second bunny figure, so if other fishnet having bunny figures have that, and that's just a thing you have to get used to, please let me know so I don't get disappointed every time I see that it's fucked up. But yeah, I will say also it looks almost like the stitch like is hidden inside her shoe as well, you know? Like, it looks like they cut off her freaking heel, like not the heel of her shoe, but her actual foot's heel, just to shove the rest of the freaking seam for this in there. And I'm not quite a fan of that, but again, that is from the back. But something about the back I do like is the little tiny bunny tail. That's so cute, and I feel like it's slightly more detailed than the other one. And it's slightly higher up as well, but her suit is also higher up from what I can tell. Her torso, on the first one, the torso is a little shorter, and this one, to compensate, made this a little more of a deeper V cut, which is cute. I like it a lot. I don't freaking have any qualms about that. I do see there is a little scuffing where her crotch is, so I think that's just a manufacturer error, which is fine, because if you're looking that close, why. You know, I was just looking at close because I was looking at the fucking tights. So the fact that I noticed that now is a complete accident, you know? So, And I will say I do wish the other figure had these little tiny cuffs and this figure had the other cuffs, because I feel like it'd be cute to have the little arm sleeves on this one with the blue, but that could just be my own preference. And I do like how the bow tie has the fluff collar as well, rather than the normal collar that the bow is attached, because I feel like it ties it in a lot better. She feels more like a holiday edition, you know? She definitely feels very Christmassy to me, even though they released it in October. Yeah, she does seem very Christmassy to me now that I'm looking at her a little closer. And she feels more like just a normal bunny figure, you know? But yeah. Now onto the headphones. The details on this definitely beat this one, and the clean paint job, the materials as well, because they have different materials for each thing, and the padding looks like actual padding and not just the same plastic covered, and I do appreciate that a lot. And there's no errors on the headphones, which is quite shocking, because this one, it has a little bit of silver paint off onto the black, and then it clips into the hair on this side a bit. So yeah, if you have gotten your hands onto this one, it's been a while. Like, I got this in October of 2022, and by the time you're seeing this is 2023. So if you have got your hands on this, tell me what you— I'm very upset that it cut off literally the last 5 seconds where I said, tell me what you think if you got this figure, and then also buy. Check out the rest of the videos. That's all I was going to say, and it said no, fuck you. Anyways, bye now. Siri, really?